Aquaboggin Water Park has closed its doors for the summer. This after it was issued a cease and desist for not complying with the governor's executive orders about capacity. News Center Maine's Hannah Dineen joins us now from the park in Saco with the details on the closure. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Lee. Well, it's very unusual for this parking lot here outside Aquaboggin to be so quiet and empty on a beautiful day like today. But that's, of course, the scene after the park closed its doors early on Saturday morning. Now, the owner here, one of the owners, as well as a longtime manager we spoke with, call the state's regulations inconsistent and unfair. When the park opened for the season on July 1st, it initially believed it could fill to around 25% capacity or around 1,500 people. But at the start of August, state officials clarified the rules, saying amusement parks like this couldn't exceed 100 people at a time. The state says having more than 1,000 people gathered at the water park poses a, quote, significant public health danger, and says it doesn't want to see Aquaboggin as the source of an outbreak. But the folks here at Aquaboggin say they feel they could safely host people. They implemented social distancing and the wearing of masks. Now, the state says all amusement parks have to follow these same guidelines, but officials that we spoke to here, they're drawing comparisons to other gathering places like state parks and beaches, saying that it's not fair that they don't have to follow capacity rules. Now, Lee, what it comes down to is a back and forth over fairness during a time when the government is, of course, trying to make sure this pandemic doesn't get out of control in our state.
Yeah, it's really interesting, Hannah. So is this just about capacity, or maybe were there some other violations that they found too?
Well, Lee, from the cease and desist letter that I read, and as well as from speaking to managers here, my understanding it's just about the capacity here. The cease and desist order, it said that they could be fined up to $10,000 a day if it continued to allow more than 100 people inside these park gates at a time. And the managers say, you know, with their staff, about 40 people inside these walls every day, that means they're having just few more than 50 people allowed inside at a time, and that means they just wouldn't be able to meet their bottom line.
Yeah.
Back to you.
That makes sense. All right, Hannah, thank you very much.